Young and the Restless spoilers Monday, September 2nd reveals that family, love and power are intertwined, as Nikki Newman and Lily Winters find solace in their relationship. Connected by memories of Catherine Chancellor, the two slowly build a strong friendship, based on respect and shared life experiences. Lily has been through a lot in her life. She lost her father, and her twin children are growing up quickly, making Lily feel like life is passing by too quickly. During difficult times, Nikki has been a shoulder for Lily to lean on. One day, when the two meet at the Grand Phoenix, they share about Catherine, the woman who left a deep mark on their lives. Nikki recalls her time in rehab, and how Catherine's advice helped her through difficult times. Lily feels encouraged and finds commonality in Nikki's story. Nikki then reads the notes Catherine wrote about Lily's potential, bringing her to tears. The two women toast Catherine, remembering the person who inspired them to overcome all obstacles. Regrets and forgiveness. Chelsea Lawson is trying to mend broken relationships from the past. During a meeting with Sally Spectra, Chelsea admits her mistakes and sincerely apologizes for what happened between them. Sally, with her generous soul, listens and realizes that things have changed. Despite their misunderstandings and conflicts, they both understand that life is too short to hold grudges. They decide to leave the past behind and continue their separate journeys, no longer carrying the burden of the past. Nate and Victor have a heated argument, having an important meeting with Nate Hastings. When Nate walks in, he can't help but feel nervous about facing Victor. Victor, with an authoritative manner, invites Nate to sit down, despite Nate's attempts to refuse. Victor wastes no time and gets straight to the point. He wants Nate to convince Lily to return to work at Winters, believing that it is the best option for her. Nate, who is used to Victor's pressure, stands firm this time. He says that Lily can make her own decisions and does not need anyone's intervention. However, Victor does not give up easily. He brings up Nate's mistakes at Chancellor as a warning that he should not make the same mistake when dealing with Lily. However, Nate still refuses and tries to leave, but Victor, with an authoritative voice, asks him to sit down and continue the discussion. At the park, Chelsea and Adam Newman are spending quality time with their son, Connor. The simple yet meaningful moments, when the whole family plays together, create unforgettable memories. Chelsea can't contain her joy when she sees Adam and Connor competing in a push-up competition together, and she takes a video to record the moment. Meanwhile, Connor, with the sensitivity of a child, notices a change in his parents' relationship. He asks Chelsea and Adam about what's going on between them, forcing both of them to hide their tension and protect Connor from adult issues. Billy Abbott meets Sally Spectra and begins a heartfelt conversation. Billy, who has always held Sally in high regard, doesn't hesitate to tell her that she's a precious diamond, whether she realizes it or not. Sally, touched by the compliment, feels a connection with Billy as they share their experiences in love and life. Billy offers to buy Sally a cup of coffee and they talk about Adam, who has left an indelible mark on both of their lives. Sally, with the wisdom of her own painful experiences, lectures Billy on how the universe works and that the challenges they face are not meant to destroy them, but to make them stronger. She no longer sees the world through the same pessimistic lens as before, and asks Billy if he can stay with Chelsea after being betrayed. Billy, with all his mixed emotions, confesses that he is not sure if he can forgive Chelsea, but also realizes that sometimes letting go is the best way to move forward. The relationships and bonds between the main characters create emotional stories. From the comfort and understanding between Nikki and Lily, to the apologies and forgiveness between Chelsea and Sally, each character has a defining moment in their lives. Meanwhile, Victor and Nate, with their own internal struggles, are still searching for control and power in an uncertain world. Subscribe to Yonder to stay up to date with the latest news on our channel. Where relationships are always complicated and full of intrigue, they are becoming more tense than ever. In a small corner of the city, Adam Newman, Chelsea Lawson and Sally Spectra are caught in a spiral of emotions with no way out. Their relationship is not only complicated by love and jealousy, but also by painful decisions and inevitable consequences. Adam, with all his anger and frustration, cannot contain his anger and blames Chelsea for losing Sally. The argument between them quickly escalates, turning into a battle of criticism and pain. Chelsea, feeling hurt, tries to defend herself by refuting Adam's accusations, but the pain they are both experiencing only widens the distance between them. While the argument is going on, Connor, their son, unexpectedly returns to the room, forcing them to stop and pretend that everything is okay. Both Adam and Chelsea try to hide their true feelings to protect Connor from the bitter truth. But just as they pretend to be calm, Sally appears, adding to the tension in the air. Connor, naive and ignorant of adult troubles, happily invites Sally to stay. He even suggests that Sally visit his father's house more often and expresses his desire to have a date between Adam and Sally. Connor's naivety makes all three adults feel awkward, but they all agree to avoid telling the truth so as not to hurt the boy. Meanwhile, Nikki Newman and Lily Winters are having a serious conversation about the destruction of Billy Abbott. Both are worried about Billy, who they believe is being drawn into bad decisions that could ruin his life. However, their conversation is interrupted when Billy suddenly walks in and discovers that Nikki and Lily were talking about him. Connor leaves the room, leaving Chelsea and Sally alone. Chelsea, in a moment of weakness, apologizes to Sally for what happened between them. She knows that her relationship with Adam has caused a lot of pain not only for herself but also for Sally. Sally listens, but still feels uneasy about what is going on. Meanwhile, Billy thinks he has made up with Lily after all the tension between them. He brings up the termination letter and checks to see if Lily has read it. However, Lily flatly says that she has not read it and will not cash the check, insisting that this is not a deal. Lily clearly has no intention of giving up her vision for Chancellor, despite Billy firing her. Victor Newman sits down with Nikki, and the two begin to discuss recent developments. Nikki brings up Catherine Chancellor, who she believes is still in charge even after her death. Nikki shares her observations about Billy and Lily, noting that they are both under a lot of pressure. Victor listens and realizes that what Nikki says matches his recent conversation with Nate Hastings. Victor knows that Lily is under a lot of pressure and decides to step in to help her. However, their conversation is interrupted when Victor's phone rings. It's Lily. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Sally continue their conversation. Chelsea tells Sally that Adam is really afraid of losing her and that's why he's acting the way he is. Chelsea wants to know what Sally has decided about her relationship with Adam, but Sally still doesn't have a clear answer. Escalating tensions and Victor's intervention. While on the phone, begins to worry that Lily will find a loophole in the contract and terminate it. He knows that if this happens, all his plans will be turned upside down and he could lose everything he has built. Lily asks to meet Victor, and this meeting is not something Victor can refuse. Lily admits that she is feeling extremely stressed and does not know if she can continue working at Chancellor. She explains that all this stress is coming from Billy, and she needs Victor's help to deal with this situation. Victor, with all his wisdom and experience, understands that this is a complicated situation and needs to be handled carefully. He decides to step in and support Lily, but not forgetting to remind her that the final decision is still hers. Recent events have only added to the already existing tensions. From the arguments between Adam and Chelsea, to the secrets and intrigues between Billy, Lily, and Victor, it is all creating a dangerous and unpredictable environment. Subscribe to Yonder to stay up to date with the latest news on our channel.